The way I got started in fashion design, I was born in Puerto Rico and then moved to New York. And my mom was working in a manufacturing company in 6th Avenue. So I got inspired by her from the 30s, 40s, and 50s when all the big designers was in all their power, like Halston, Roberto Capucci, Valentino, Oscar de la Renta, they all started. And my mom was a very high fashion woman in the field of fashion. And I got inspired by that, seeing her going to work, coming home, and seeing all the fashion, because at that time fashion was fashion, even though fashion is not fashion now and nowadays, but that's what I got inspired from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and trying to bring it up to the year that we are now. And that's why I got inspired by her, pretty much so. My ultimate goal, sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. I want to end up maybe in Paris, New York. I want to be, even though I was in front cover of Vogue Mexico and different other magazines, and Cara from Puerto Rico, and feature a few times here in the magazines and newspapers here in Philadelphia. But I want to have my house. I want a house of Caquias Sueños design. I want to have a house, can be here in Philly, can be in New York, can be in Paris, with my line of models, my makeup and hair team, and go forward with that. That's one of my goals. I'm presenting this evening in RAWk. My collection is inspiration in color and high couturier, because I'm presenting a lot of gowns, a lot of color. My trademarks is basically trains, and I always design out of the box, because I always say is when you present something in the runway, you should bring a runway. You should get it, you should do a show. And that's what I'm presenting here. I'm doing a lot of hats for the first time. I'm showing hats for the first time in my collection. I'm showing my fall, spring, last year collection. That's what I'm showing on RAWk this month. My opinion, Philadelphia RAWk, I'm very blown away. I was brought up to Philadelphia RAWk by a good friend of mine named Mitchell. He brought me to RAWk for the first time, and I was pretty inspired by that, because I was surrounded by so many artists, including myself, that they're struggling in this field that I am now, and they are so talented. And I always want to come on board and I got inspired by that. And when I went to the page and I saw that nationwide, and that was really interesting to go there because, I mean, when you're in the field of fashion, you have to, number one, have a lot of money to go in the field of fashion. You have to know people that can bring you up there. And I think RAWk, the way RAWk has it, you can go far because it's nationwide, and I got very inspired by that. Mi nombre es Orlando Caquias y yo soy un Philadelphia RAWk artístico y diseñador del futuro.